If I could sit down with my 45-year-old self and give a life lesson, I'd probably just say one thing. Time flies, much faster than you think. And the years between 45 and 60, well, they just fly by in the blink of an eye. But that said, they're also some of the most important years to shape what your future's going to look like. I'm 59 now, and whilst I wouldn't change everything, there are some things I would do differently and maybe a little sooner. But there's also some things I'm glad that I have done that have put me in the position that I now find myself in. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 key things that I'd tell my 45-year-old self about preparing for the future. And as a bonus, I'll also share with you how I feel about it now, given I'm at this end of the spectrum. So stick around. If you're new to the channel, I'm Paul. Thanks for stopping by, and this is a channel where we share real life experiences. It's easy to be wise in hindsight, but if you're in your 40s or 50s, the future's closer than you think. Retirement won't wait, so take this as your opportunity to get ahead of the game before time starts calling the shots. Number 1. Financial clarity. Look, I can't stress enough, while you're in your 40s and your 50s, you're in what I call the money years. You're at the peak of your earning potential, so it is time to make sure you put it to good use. And whilst I'm not giving financial advice, what I am saying, it is the time to get serious about your money. Start learning about some different options, and in particular your retirement fund. This is the time to engage a financial planner, and look, whilst it may cost you a few bucks, you can't put a price on good advice, and if done right, it'll return you plenty in spades. Look, there's numerous investment options out there, but getting to understand and know about your retirement fund is a must. It will become your best friend in retirement, so I really strongly suggest making it your best friend now. The other thing I did want to mention about finance is not falling for the trap of fancy labels and comparing your lifestyle to others, because that's most probably going to result in debt, and guess what? It's going to be the wrong type of debt. Enjoy what you have by all means, and go and treat yourself sometimes. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't spend it all on trying to impress people who really don't give a rat's ass about your future. We've all heard of the saying, keeping up with the Joneses, but ask yourself this question: will the Joneses be around when you retire? I think we know the answer. Number 2, your health. Look, if I can only give one piece of advice in this video, it's about staying on top of your health and being proactive, getting regular checkups. Don't wait for issues to appear, go looking for them early. And with health checks, obviously there's the basics, but as you get older, there's the bigger ticket items. Heart, bowel cancer, screening, those sort of type things. Stay on top of those things. Because I use this analogy. A problem spotted on the horizon is far more to deal with than a tsunami on the shoreline. And hey, look, I've got things I need to manage. I need to take daily medication. And when that first happened to me, yes, there was a bit of a psychological barrier that I'm going to have to take this medication for the rest of my life. But you know what? I got over that pretty quickly. Again, not giving health advice, but staying on top and getting the best version of yourself is really important. I make it part of my daily routine, and I'm lucky enough to enjoy good health and live a normal life. Number 3, treasure relationships. One thing I didn't realise when I was 45 is how relationships change. Kids grow up, parents grow older. In my case, unfortunately, they've passed on. That's a reality. Friends can drift or suddenly become more important. You yourself have other priorities. So I'd tell my younger self, make time for the people that matter. Don't wait until you're retired to reconnect. Be intentional with your family, friends and partner. And of course, do regularly go and check on your aging parents, offer help wherever you can, and enjoy those treasured moments. Number 4. Start exploring new passions now. Retirement doesn't have to be putting the queue in the rack and being a lazy sob with very little to do. Rather, it's about doing something meaningful. So don't wait for retirement to try new things. So I'd emphasise to my 45-year-old self, finding and discovering new passions is super important. And don't worry about what people think about your new passions. These are just your stuff. And most importantly, if you can, start practicing them before you retire. Number 5, start imagining life beyond work. If you're in your 40s or even your 50s, you're most probably on the work treadmill just like I was. You're obviously experienced, you're still in demand, and you're still looking to charge ahead in most cases. But I wish I'd started imagining what the 9-to-5 treadmill was going to look like beyond work a lot earlier than what I did. Because as I mentioned in some previous videos, I was reluctant to actually retire because I was still searching for what my purpose was going to be in retirement. Having a picture of how your days may look when the time comes will actually remove a whole lot of uncertainty. So dare to dream what the retired version of you may look like. Because you know what? It'll come around very, very quickly. And now for the bonus retirement item. Do it as early as you can. Because you know what? You're going to get tired of work. The daily commute, the routine aside, you've got the politics, you've got the constant dealing with other people's problems. So there'll come a time when this all just catches up with you and you've had enough. The other one on this that I keep coming back to is your health. Have a think about your 60s. They are most probably going to be your last decade of energetic, active type living. So whilst you've hopefully got your health on your side, do you really want to keep working? So guys, as we head towards the wrap-up stage now, when you're in your 40s and your 50s, it's quite easy to think you've got plenty of time left. And look, whilst you still do to some degree, trust me, it goes fast. And this next crucial phase of life deserves plenty of good planning, just like your career did. So now's the time to take stock. Make a few moves and get yourself set up, and maybe the 59-year-old version of you will be grateful. So guys, if you're in your 40s or early 50s, I'd love to hear from you and tell me about how you're getting your retirement set up. And also, if you're getting towards 60 like me, I'd love to know what you'd be saying to your 45-year-old self if you could. So guys, if you've enjoyed the video today, I'd really love it if you can give it a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you're up to date with all the latest offerings on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.